felt like yesterday. I was just driving my grandma's Chevrolet from South Carolina to Maryland. I take the jet today. I'm still on the come up. I'm still building my resume. I still got a lot to prove, but still I'm heavyweight. I still gotta watch my moves. They tried to defamate my character, but I won't let them. It's always checkmate. I'm still screaming. The world hope she. Mother Nature's my first shorty. Watch how I go ballistic, and I'm so terrific. Accounts is copacetic. I don't need no permission, but I'm so indebted to this game that I love, and most of all to the man above. Now check me out. Now it's just that Fridays was serving the greens. Before I was popping, I was nursing my dreams. Now I ain't never been a gangster, but I know a few things. I just rather get the bag and start collecting the rings. I done spoke too much, close curtain and scene. I am not a human being, I'm a full machine. I ain't holier than thou, I don't judge, I sing. Just staying down for the come up till I reign supreme. Let's get it. Yeah, hit boy, we got another one. Ha. Man, y'all boys ain't ready for this, man. I'm still grinding, I'm still hungry, hungrier than ever. I feel unstoppable, losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Right.
From the home of the 2021 AFC Champs, there's a look inside newly named Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Cincinnati Bengals. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Beginning on the ground with Patterson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Carter. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll make it second down. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
To throw again on second down, Prescott. Back-to-back catches here for Carter. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And now it's 3rd and 4.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver who has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Here's Prescott. Got a man open. It's Ricky Seals-Jones. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 37. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Throwing, Prescott. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. He'll get it inside the 20. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watkins. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down. Prescott now. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is third down. Looking to throw. Prescott. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he took the shot, didn't get it. There's definitely a difference here because they had a chance to get 7, maybe 8 if they pushed it. Instead, they'll likely settle for 3.
Yeah, opening drive, holding him to 3. Psychologically, maybe a win for the defense. So now Dak Prescott off, Greg Zuerlein on for the field goal. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one. They start the drive with Cook, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Watson now to throw. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Up the middle, it's Cook. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's where they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Second down, they go right back to Cook. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. Well, these two teams, the Bengals and Chiefs, they met twice a year ago, and it was the young Bengals prevailing both times. The first, Week 17 in Cincinnati. The Bengals coming through in overtime 34-31. And then, of course, the AFC title game, the big one. The Chiefs up 21-3 at one point. The Bengals charge back. They win at 27-24 and punch their ticket to Super Bowl 56. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. They'll roll him out right. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. The Bengals had 5 and 6 to start play. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
This complete to Lockett. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Here's Watson. Oh, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Duron Harmon. And the Chiefs are going to get the football back at their own 17. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching the bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Prescott to throw it. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And the Bengals will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. I'm just impressed he held on to that football. You're coming across the middle on the crossing route like that, absorb that contact. Woo.
All we talk about in today's football is trying to get the football away from the offensive player. Sometimes you just can't do that, and you have to finish a play off with a good old-fashioned tackle, as we just saw.
On 2nd down, Cook. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. From the gun, here's Watson. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Here we go on fourth. Watson. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. In motion left goes a tight end. First down, here's the run with Cook. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. A nice effort and an even nicer stop from Kwity Paye.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Now Watson. And this incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're saying.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or 2. It's no good, and instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
I don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you give the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Here's Prescott. Throw right side complete to Carter. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
Prescott on 1st down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's got room. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Cordarrelle Patterson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And they are able to add on to their advantage. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
From the 27, Watson.
Returning right back to Lockett.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Watson on first down. Looking for Shepard deep. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, it's Watson. And complete to Zach Ertz.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Back to throw, Watson. He hits his target, Lockett.
Down inside the 10.
Touchdown! Tyler Lockett. As the first half is winding down. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And leading 10-7, and they may just want to get this to the locker room.
A running play on first down will get 4 up to the 29. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Quick slant there gets him the first down, 6 yards on the play. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bengals with work to do in this third quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time, The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
His throw incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Watson.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jordan Lewis.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
First and 10, it's Patterson.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Nice tackle, nice play by Kevin Byard.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And that is caught by Watkins for a Chief touchdown. From 21 yards away.
And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Zuerlein good with a PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
17, Bengals 7. Greg Zuerlein set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. To throw is Watson.
Looking for Lockett, and he's got him working his way free across the middle.
He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. And a first down.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Now a first down throw, Watson. It's caught, Lockett.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
To the air yet again, Watson.
And now Watson throws another interception. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Prescott over the middle. Amari Cooper. It's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
Left side, Cook. And some room to work. Past the 20.
And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. 47 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to them.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Sterling Shepard from 6 yards away.
And the Bengals are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10.
They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On 2nd and 12, Prescott. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop it. He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, and left no real options for him to throw it downfield.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Now Prescott. Over the middle, he gets it to Patterson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Cole Holcomb. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A 10th carry in the game for Cook.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 60 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Dalvin Cook with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have taken a 4th quarter lead.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that will make this a 4-point game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. But the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. Jordan Davis, just a monster on that play, stopping it from going anywhere.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
Now this throw caught left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
The right side run with Patterson.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Throwing. Prescott. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Bengals grab it, and they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Cook.
Has some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Here's Cook again.
And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
91 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Cook up the gut, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now it's Watson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Boswell's kick is good, and that'll make this a 7-point game.
So that gets him a little bit of breathing room, but not much. And you have to think back to the field goal that he missed earlier. This would be a 2-score game right now if he had converted then.
And if you and I are thinking about it, you know he is as well, because in the back of his mind, he's thinking, I hope I get one more shot in an important spot. He just made that one. He wants one more later to truly make up for the earlier miss.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys.
On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted.
Marcus May with a pick. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
Getting the ball is Cook running left. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals.
Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, we know why. Those 3 turnovers by that offense, that's ultimately